In a voice as smooth and deep as the Mississippi River itself, imagine, if you will, a tale of a young woman born with a song in her heart and a dream that reaches far beyond the cotton fields that stretched out around her. Her name was Ella Mae, a name that would soon echo in the hallowed halls of a blues club in Harlem. Ella Mae was a daughter of the Delta, with a skin the color of rich Mississippi earth and eyes that seemed to hold within them the stories of generations. She grew up in a shack that knew the weight of sorrow, but from her lips poured a voice that could turn pain into something akin to salvation. The year was 1937, a time when the world was between wars and jazz was the soul's cry of freedom. Harlem was its beating heart, and to Ella Mae, it was the Emerald City at the end of the yellow brick paved road, a road paved with hardship and hope. She had sung before, of course, in the little clapboard church of her hometown. She sang of trials and tribulation, of joy in Jesus, but the dream that sparked within her was too big for just the pews and the preacher. It called her to a place where the lights were bright and the nights were alive with the sound of blues. Getting to New York was a saga all of its own. It was a tumbling rides on dusty roads, singing for supper in roadside bars, and facing down the kind of fears that can make lesser spirits turn back. But Ella Mae had a voice that needed to be heard, and it propelled her forward like a river current, strong and unstoppable. When she finally arrived in Harlem, it was as if she stepped into another world. The streets hummed with electricity and possibility, and the air was thick with the sweet smoke of barbecue joints and the heady scent of freedom. The club was called Midnight Melody, a place where the lights were low and the spirits were high. It was here on a stage under a single spotlight that Ella took her place, a long way from Mississippi. As the band struck up the first notes, a hush fell over the crowd. Then her voice, pure and clear, began to weave a tapestry of sound that told her story better than the words ever could. Each note was a footstep on her journey, each crescendo a hurdle overcome. She sang of love and lost and found, of sunny days and stormy nights, of leaving home and finding a new one in a city that could be as harsh as it was beautiful. And with every word, the audience fell a little more in love with the young woman whose spirit shone brighter than the spotlight upon her. That night in Harlem, Ella Mae didn't just sing the blues, she lived them, and in doing so, she transformed them into something that transcended sorrow. She became a beacon of hope for all those who heard her, a reminder that no matter how difficult the journey, there's always a stage waiting for those who are brave enough to step onto it. And that, my friends, is the story of Ella Mae, a songbird of the South who flew north to find her dream on a stage in Harlem.